Hello again, RoyZesch.REALTOR here with Coldwell Banker Legacy in San Angelo. Today I'm going to do the second video in my series on the counties around the area. I want to do Concho County today. I'm picking Concho County second because that's where I live, so it's kind of a nice place to follow up after Tom Green. So, Concho County. So as you start from the very western edge of Concho County, where it borders Tom Green County, there's the county line is just a line on the map, and so it's pretty much the same. As you go just south of the Concho River, there's spots of farmland, but as you've gotten further east, even in Tom Green County, there's some more spots, a little more frequent spots that aren't farmable. So you get little spots that have a little bit of a draw and kind of they can't be farmed. They're a little rockier and stuff like that. And as you go more and more eastward into Concho County, you get more and more of that. So there's scattered farmland and several different spots in the county, particularly right there in the west end, and as you get more in the eastern end, eastern central part of Concho County, there tends to be a good bit more farmland, but it's fairly patchy in there. So from underground water point of view, as you start there on the western end, it's pretty easy to still get water. You're still coming out of the flats there. But as you get more into that, particularly just north of Eden, between Eden and Paint Rock, and there's areas that's really difficult to get underground water. It goes down south of Eden even into some areas there. As long as you're close to one of the rivers or the major creeks, you can sometimes find water around them, but the farther you get from them, the more difficult it gets. Eden, just for an example, has one of the deepest city water wells that is around, and it's so deep that the water comes up very hot. So water is just difficult to find or very expensive to find in this area. So there's a lot of surface tanks and stuff like that. They hold water typically pretty well in this area. So, and again, you get kind of a rolling topography. There's not very much big ups and downs. You've got the Concho River running more or less along the northern 1/3 of the county, all the way up until you get into Lake Ivy. Just part of Lake Ivy is actually in Concho County. And you get a little bit of cedar and stuff back more as you get into that northeast corner there. As you go south from there, then it's pretty much similar, just rolling. You get the divide there just north of Eden, and that stuff tends to be pretty rocky. It's mostly all ranch lands, pretty country. You get some open areas, mesquite flats and stuff. It's really, really nice country. It just, if you're willing to deal with the water issues. And again, the water can be found there. It's difficult. You're not just gonna go out and drill one well and find water. It's gonna take multiple wells. As you get down a little more along Brady Creek or even the Kickapoo and stuff like that, there's spotty places that you can find water. And this is one of those times where you want a local well driller in particular that's really good in the area and knows the area, and they can guess better than most. So that can be a big issue in here. There is some rural water. The line coming from the Brady area back to San Angelo, there's actually some taps that can be purchased off that line. So there's other ways to get water in this area, but that's just one thing you want to be very aware of if you're going into this area. As you get into the southern end of Concho County, you start getting into a little more of the cedars and stuff as you get toward the Menard County line, that area. And obviously along the Brady Creek really tends to have some really nice farmland and scattered ranch land around it, pretty fertile soil, and things get a little better going that direction back toward Melvin and that area. So again, rolling topography pretty well all over the county. No big ups and downs. There's not much of the big ridges and stuff we have in some areas around here. It's just pretty much rolling, good people. It's a nice area, but there's not a lot of activity in it. So sometimes you can find land that's fairly inexpensive here. There's people who buy hunting places and stuff like that they're may run cattle on or lease them to somebody. There's lots of medium to large size places, some of them even for sale at different rates. There's more and more going into the whitetail growing, where they're really managing, feeding them heavy, importing genetics and stuff like that. There's several places in the county that have some of that. There's some big places up to over 5,000 acre places for sale in Concho County, and then multiples in the 1,500 to 2,000 and down sizes. So there's lots of land available here. It's not a real hot area right now. So Any more questions, give me a call. RoyZesch.REALTOR, 325-268-0775. Thank you.